If you're looking for some easy tutorials for wood turning, you found your channel. Now let's go.
Hey Jake, what are you making today?
Good morning, Johnny. We're going to be making a resin wood hybrid bottle stopper. It's going to be super fun, and I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible. Feel free to ask questions, Johnny. That's what we're here for. All I'm doing now is I'm going to drill this thing until it gets to that tape, and I know that's when it's deep enough. For resin and hardwood, you're going to use an 11/32 drill bit. For softwood, you're going to use 5/16. All of the tools and equipment I use for bottle stoppers, I get from Niles Bottle Stopper. One quick thing is, this is the mandrel we're about to use in a second, and if you can see right there, there's a notch in the threads, and I could just go in here and turn this, and I could thread this with this, but I always go crooked, so I'm going to show you how I do it with a tap, and it has that little dimple on the end. So here we go.
Why do you always get the threads not straight?
Well, that's kind of personal, but I have one eye that doesn't work well with the other eye, and the other eye doesn't see that well.
I see.
I see what you did there. See, by using this live center into that dimple in the back of that tap, it goes in there straight every time, and I don't have to worry about how my eyes work or don't work. When we put this bottle stopper in there, you're going to be able to see that it fits flush all the way around.
Have you used threaded inserts on these?
They have threaded inserts you can use on these, but I usually use those on handles. For these here, I just tap it with the tap. And we just have to get our chuck off of there, get our mandrel on there, and get our blank on there. And then I put a piece of plastic in between the live center and the end of the blank so that it doesn't stab into our wood. We don't want to waste that wood. Quick little safety brief today. I have glasses on, one for safety, two because I need to see. I'm going to be using a face shield today, so I'll put that there. This is the Air Shield Pro. I usually use this, but since I may or may not be talking on camera, I'm not going to do that. You also have respirators. We're going to sand, and even when you're turning, this would be smart to use. They're super cheap. I'll put links to all the stuff below. Any other safety concerns or safety tips, put them in the comments below. And I'll be safe in my shop. You be safe in your shop. So let's get started.
What tool is that?
That is the only tool we're going to use today. That's the EasyWood Tools finisher with a negative rake cutter on it. It's a CI3. I just call it a circle cutter. Everybody knows what it means. Negative rake just means that it makes it easier cut and you're not going to tear out the resin in your projects. This is the only tool that we're going to use today. All I'm trying to accomplish right now is to get this thing round. Just go slow and easy, and you'll kind of get the hang of how this negative rake cutter works. And then you just take a look and turn it around here, and oops, I got a spot right there. So we're just going to take it a little bit further and get it all the way around, and then we can start thinking about our shape.
Oh wow, I like it already.
Settle down, spark plug. We have a ways to go yet. So as far as the shape goes on this one, I want a subtle shape. I want the main attraction of this thing to be the center of the blank where the resin's going through it. So if we have a crazy shape to the bottle stopper, it's going to kind of take away from that. So I'm just going to kind of taper it down. And this mandrel here is the exact size of the bottle stopper that we're going to put on this blank. So you just cut it down to that and get you a very subtle shape. And then we're going to take the end of this off and curve the end, and we'll almost be there.
You scared me.
Now I took the support off of this, so you might get a little vibration. So I'm just going to go really slow, and here in a second you're going to be able to see that that cutter is above center line, and you don't want that. When you're using carbides, you want them to go right on the center, and I'm going to go ahead and fix that now, just in time to be finished. Here we go, finished.
Oh yay, sanding.
Try not to act so excited about it, Johnny. Sanding is not that bad. We're just going to sand from 120 to 400 dry, and I'm actually going to turn the dust collector on right here. So all you're going to do is turn your lathe on at low speed. I have this at 500. You go over it one way, you get all the ruts out of it, and then you're going to turn the lathe off and sand it sideways. It's no big deal. And then we're going to go ahead and go to 400. This is denatured alcohol to see what we're going to get into. That kind of gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. It's pretty sweet. Next, we're going to wet sand with some stuff called Zona paper. It goes from green to pink. There's two more that we're not going to use, but green is 600 grit, gray is 1200 grit, light blue is 1800 grit, and pink is 8000 grit. So it doesn't take very much to get this done.
Dang dog.
Just go ahead and do the same thing, a low speed with your lathe, and then you turn your lathe off and go sideways like this, and next thing you know, you're done sanding, and then you have to make a decision on do you want to do a CA finish on this. This thing here, you can see the bark inclusions on this. This will be a perfect candidate to do a CA finish on before you do magic juice, but this is a beginner thing, and I want you to know that you don't have to do a CA finish. This thing's going to turn out beautiful with just the magic juice. The magic juice is a 6-step process where you go in there. This is the first one right here, and you just put it on there. You go at a fast speed, I go over 3,000 RPM on this, and this is the first one. It'll get warm, and that stuff just turns into glass. You can see the little white spots in there. That's the magic juice got in those little bark inclusions. So I'm just going to take it out with the air hose. You're going to end up with that. Little bitty things you can feel, but it's going to be cool. And I just really wanted to show you that you don't have to do a CA finish on something like this. But you can if you want to, and it will turn out nicer. But this thing is going to be awesome.
Jake, I learned a lot on this one.
I'm glad you learned a lot, and I hope a lot of other people learned a lot too. While I'm putting this together, I can tell you that we do a live show every Saturday making blanks like this at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time. Go ahead and subscribe, get in the chat. We do giveaways and stuff. Matter of fact, I'm going to give this thing away. And you can go over there and check out this other video on some other bottle stoppers that we've made before. Come and join us.